Hi, here we are again. Today we're talking about Chapter 2.5, Quadratics. We're looking at standard form and then converting to vertex form to find the vertex of a parabola or a quadratic. So we are given the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 8x plus 18, and we need to find the vertex of each one. Well, if we keep it in standard form, you might recall that the x value of the parabola or the vertex is found by taking negative b over 2a. So you might recall that a is listed here in front, a, and then b, this is b, and this is c, where those are the values that are listed. So a, b, and c. We'll notice that negative b over 2a is how we find the x value. Then when we want to find the y value, we simply substitute what we found, negative b over 2a, back into the function, and we'll get a y value. So if I take this, negative 8 turns into positive 8, and that means 8 over 2 times 1, because the a value here is 1. So 8 over 2 is 4. Now what I have to do is, so that's the x value of the vertex. Now what I can do is take f of 4. 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 18 is 16 minus 32 plus 18, and we get a y value of 2. So our vertex in this case is 4, 2. All right, so it's lifted up. We'll look at the discriminant later and how we could see that, that we won't have any where it won't cross the x-axis. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to do that with completing the square method. And so we'll show you how that works with the completing the square method. So we have x squared minus 8x equals 18. I'm going to scoot this over a bit. Equals, and back, equals 0. And then what I like to do is move the 18 to the other side, so we get x squared minus 8x plus some blank is equal to negative 18 plus some blank. And you might have seen this method before, but I like to review it. What we have here now is a situation where we take half of the middle term, so half of 8, which is 4. And we need to create a perfect square here. So we'll take 4 and square 4, which will give us 16. And if we add 16 to one side, we have to add it to the other. Right? So we get 16 here. And now we can make this trinomial a perfect square. So that is going to be x minus... We just use the 4 that we got here, so x minus 4 quantity, I'll clean that up a second, quantity squared, right, is equal to negative 18 plus 16 is a negative 2. But I want to bring this over, so I set it up in my f of x term. So I'm going to bring the 2 back over. So we really get x minus 4 quantity squared plus 2 is equal to, well, that is our f of x. Now, this is our vertex form. And if you recall, where is the vertex found? The vertex is found at negative h comma k. Now, I know some of you will think, oh, it's just h comma k. Well, I like to put the negative there to remind myself to take the opposite of the sign. Okay? So, all right, so now what we can do is if we know this is x minus h, so 4 then is our vertex will equal 4, comma, and then this is our k value here, 2. So our vertex again is 4, 2, and that's what we set out to find. And if you recall, that's exactly what we got in this method. So either method works, just depends on what you like. All right, thanks. If you enjoy, watch it again, see if you have any questions. Thanks.